It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Texans and the Broncos, and it comes your way next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Denver Broncos. Brennan Gaudin alongside my broadcast partner Charles Davis. And CD, our quarterbacks taking center stage here for each of their respective offenses. Davis Mills of the Texans, Teddy Bridgewater of the Broncos.
And I think for me, and this isn't an original thought by any stretch, and probably for these two head coaches as well, the key for them is going to be limiting the turnovers, limiting the free possession. I mean, this isn't saying anything you don't already know, but you've got to be able to make the most out of your drives and see if your defense can help you out and take the ball away from the other team and give you a few extras.
And we are underway from Houston. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their rookie signal caller from Stanford. It's Davis Mills.
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership. That's what he's trying to accomplish.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Mills. Throw right side into the hands of Akins. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Mills to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. So now here are the Broncos with excellent field position to start off. They'll be led by Teddy Bridgewater in his 8th season now in the NFL.
I've always loved Teddy Bridgewater. A lot of people have underrated him throughout his career. Remember, this is a guy who's battled back from a horrendous knee injury to find his way back as a starter in this league. More than capable right arm, tremendous leader. This guy knows how to make plays in the clutch.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick, 34 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. to the end zone, but it's incomplete. I thought the days of the fake extra point were numbered once they moved these kicks back to the 15. Apparently, I was mistaken.
Yeah, I was wondering who was ever going to try to do this. In fact, I quit wondering. I didn't think it would ever happen. Taking a fake from the 15-yard line to try and pick up an extra point, I didn't think anyone would ever call this.
Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
McManus for the point after. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. On 3rd down, here's Mills. And that is incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Oh, he shifts past him. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. A second down throw for Bridgewater. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 60 yards. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
after the touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Houston set to take over. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Now it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw is Mills. He's going to go deep for Conley. And this one is incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Mills now. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. Returnable for Spencer. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover 1. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there.
And this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. Cortland Sutton with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. McManus's point after is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as King opts for the touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. On 2nd and 9, Mills. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a 2nd interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now. Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way, because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, Mills. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2, as they've got it with a 2nd and 14 upcoming. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Good work by that Bronco defense, and it leads to a 4th down. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will cut the lead down to 3 scores at 24. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. I'm talking about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big time.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this. He's got a man, complete, past the 20, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton on his way to a monster game, 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos are able to add on to their first-half lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. And we move to spotlighting Brandon Cooks. Looking down at the stats here, realizing he has no catches. They've targeted him twice, but no catches. So how do they get him more involved, Charles?
You make sure he touches it on routes that he likes to run. Maybe even run a reverse.
Oh, now it's stripped. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Here's Desmond King on the return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Brandon Cooks and the rest of the offensive crew trotting back into place out there. A chance maybe here for them to get him more involved. They're down here on the scoreboard, and he's been very quiet.
And the silence has been deafening for his team. They don't need that at all. They need fireworks. They need explosive plays.
And the Broncos get there and take it down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack. To try again after the sack, Mills. And he's going to go down again. Calling a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Stiff-armed him, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a...
This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Tim Patrick with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos add on.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
7 yards, the pickup there. To throw again on second down. Mills. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And now he'll turn, and off his back foot, he'll heave this deep.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's second down now. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. And that is incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
They'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Broncos continue to pour it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
McManus's point after is good. And a rout is on here in this first half. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit?
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Draymond Jones in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Returning it, here's Spencer. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. And the Texans are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. On 1st and 10, Mills got this into the hands of the tight end, Jordan. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 4 yards remain for 2nd down.